Vikings and the Bears, and it's all up next.
Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan, that's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
And they will elect to not bring this one out, as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018 from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Play fake. Mayfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. You look at this Bears defense. They were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
They end up getting stuck twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And not only does he have all the skills that you're looking for as a quarterback, he's incredibly tough and plays the game fearlessly as both a runner and a passer. You provide a good running game around him and let him throw deep off of play action, you've got an all-star in the making.
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. First carry now for David Montgomery. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete there to Johnson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 1st down, Fields. Buying time to his left. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Toss left to Montgomery. Nifty move. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play call, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
Back to Montgomery on second down. A beautiful fake. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of a try in the red zone. That one, a first down pickup of 8. The Bears 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. And the catch made by Johnson. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover. I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at it, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
We're scoreless after 1. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession. Here we go now on first and goal. As they've got it as we resume action. Montgomery. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. He couldn't get the edge there. It wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible on that play. No gain at all for the offense.
On third and goal, Trubisky. Touchdown! Deontay Johnson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. And the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Mayfield on play action. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. Right now, they got to find a way to get it back together.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And here's Ryan right now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Mitchell Trubisky back out for his guys' next possession. He had the touchdown strike to Deontay Johnson on their last drive. And they'll try again here with a 1st and 10. And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Here's Trubisky to throw. Dancing to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. Deontay Johnson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bears have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Santos with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. And now out comes Minnesota. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now Mayfield. Slant route, and he's got Addison. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And again, it's Mayfield. Nowhere to turn here. He's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. They called the corner blitz, and Roger McCreary, he got in there and earned a sack. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Mayfield to throw it. He gets it to Addison. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
That was a nice open slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 5.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit. And it's the Colts on top as that one approaches halftime. The Colts trying to hold on and claim victory. Next, we head down to Houston to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And in that one, it's the visiting Giants who have the lead. 2 touchdowns there for Saquon Barkley. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. and they were winners in that one over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Jaden Reed leading the way with 3 touchdown catches. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come. These two teams currently going over their final halftime adjustments. We are just about set to get back to it in the second half. And for the call, let's go back to Soldier Field and Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They were winners last week over Tennessee, and they've got the lead here as well. They start this drive out 1st and 10. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. That's going to be caught downfield by Mooney. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. A nice little juke. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
It's a jet sweep. Trubisky pops it forward. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 77 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend. And he will fight his way in. Not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now the point after try for Santos. And it is now 21-0. A 10-play drive that time. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Mayfield, and the throw here caught by Addison.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Mayfield.
Middle of the field to Jefferson.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Mayfield now from the 50.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Roger McCreary with a pick.
He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Now Trubisky. Out to his left.
There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet.
Stopped short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
That is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They go play action with Trubisky. They'll roll him out right. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky.
And the Bears are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. So I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you. No question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired. Back now at Soldier Field, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Throwing, Mayfield.
Pass complete to Akers on the out route.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
A give up the middle to Akers. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Over the middle, it's complete. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17. Into the red zone, 1st down. From the red zone now, Mayfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. This 2nd and 4.
Here's Mayfield. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. On third down, here's a run by Akers.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. Desperation time. Mayfield on fourth down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Vikings are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Madison is in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Back to Montgomery on second down.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
A 54-yard attempt.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And after the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down.
Justin Jefferson bringing in the slant.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Mayfield now. Short throw caught by the tight end Oliver. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up second down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Going to the air again with Mayfield.
Over the middle and complete to Addison.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Mayfield on first down.
Looking for Addison again, and he's got him again.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down. Now Mayfield. And it'll be intercepted.
Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the Bears are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles. So the final seconds of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't it? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business.